Have you ever tried adding honey, cream, or yogurt to your dough? You'd be surprised how these simple ingredients transform it. The dough turns silky, smooth, almost like butter between your fingers. And the best part? You don't need a single egg. It bakes up incredibly soft and moist on every time. So, if you're after that bakery-style softness, this is the trick you've been missing. So let's get started. Take a large mixing bowl and pour in full cream milk. This gives the bread a rich, creamy taste. Now add thickened cream. This is what makes the texture unbelievably soft. And next, add honey for that natural sweetness and add 4.5 grams of instant yeast. No need to activate it. Just mix everything well, and that's it. If you like your bread a little sweeter, you can add 1 or 2 extra tablespoons of honey. Now, let's move on to the dry ingredients. Here I'm using bread flour. It gives the bread a better structure and chew. But if you're using all-purpose flour, that's okay too. No worries. Just keep in mind that all-purpose flour absorbs liquid differently, so later you may need to adjust the liquid amount slightly. Then add 3 grams of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Give it a quick mix to combine everything evenly. Alright, now that both the liquid and dry ingredients are ready, let's start kneading. Fix the dough hook and start mixing on low speed. If kneading by hand, just bring everything together first before properly working the dough. I'm adding the liquid gradually. Every flour absorbs moisture differently, so this helps control the consistency. If you're making bread for the first time, this step will really help. Okay, you can see here, the dough is already coming together. It's been about 4 minutes, so I am going to add soft butter. And here's something important. Butter should always be soft but not melted. In colder weather, just leave it in a warm spot for a while. It should be smooth and easy to mix in. Now here's a key tip. Always knead on low to medium speed. I've seen a lot of comments from viewers saying their dough turned out tough or dense. This often happens when kneading on high speed. Slow kneading allows the gluten to develop properly, giving you that soft and airy texture. So, keep it steady, take your time, and let the dough develop naturally. And keep kneading for about 15 minutes. The exact time depends on your mixer, but what we're looking for is a soft, elastic texture. This homemade cream bread reminds me of that classic, old-fashioned white bread, so soft and light. Perfect for toast, sandwiches, or just slicing fresh out of the oven. So keep kneading until the dough turns smooth and passes the window pane test. When you stretch it, it should be thin and flexible without tearing. Once you reach this stage, you're all set. The heavy cream adds a richness that makes every bite pure comfort food. And if you'd like to add eggs to this recipe, you can. Just reduce the milk by the same weight as the eggs you're adding. This keeps the balance perfect without changing the dough's texture. Alright, our dough is now soft, smooth, and ready for the next step. Now let's let it rise. Place the dough in a greased bowl, then cover it with cling film or a clean cloth. Set it in a warm, draft-free place for about 1 hour. But remember, rising time can vary. Since this cream bread uses heavy cream, it has a higher fat content, which can slow down the rise depending on your room temperature. So always check the dough, not just the clock. In summer, if your kitchen is warm, keep the dough in a cooler spot, away from direct sunlight. Too much heat can make it rise too fast, affecting the texture. In winter, place the bowl inside the oven with the light on, or near a warm spot. You can also put a small bowl of hot water next to it to create a cozy, humid environment for a perfect rise. After the dough has risen, press it gently to release the gases. Now, lightly dust your working table and start rolling out the dough. Here's where you can get creative. Shape it however you like, braids, rolls, buns, it's up to you. Do you know, for an extra soft dough, always use milk instead of water and add a bit of butter. This keeps the bread tender and moist. And you can add milk powder also to enhances both flavor and texture. Just mix in 1 to 2 tablespoons with the flour. Once shaped, grease your baking tray and carefully transfer the dough. Now it's time for proofing. In summer, proof in a cooler room to prevent overproofing. If the dough rises too quickly, it can collapse when baked. In winter, just like before, proof inside the oven with the light on or place a warm towel over the tray. Again, a bowl of hot water nearby can work wonders. All right, our dough has proofed beautifully. Now, preheat the oven. Set it to 170 degrees Celsius. Now, for the final touch, brush the top with milk wash. This will give the bread a beautiful golden color when baked. And now, add white sesame seeds. Sprinkle the sesame seeds right after the milk wash while the surface is still wet. And that's it. Our dough is proofed, prepped, and ready for the oven. Place the dough into the preheated oven and bake for about 25 minutes. And the moment that timer goes off, your kitchen will be filled with the most incredible, rich aroma. That deep, creamy scent of butter, honey, and heavy cream, all coming together, so warm, so comforting. When you open the oven, just look at that beautiful golden color, a soft, delicate crust with the most tender inside. And the flavor, so rich, so satisfying. Now let the bread cool before slicing. I know it's tempting, but trust me, this step is important. Letting it rest helps the crumb set, keeping every slice soft and airy. And once you cut into it, pure perfection. This bread is so versatile. Use it for sandwiches, toast, or even a classic peanut butter and jelly. I personally love it toasted with jam, or for the best, melty grilled cheese. The combination of milk, heavy cream, honey, and butter creates something truly special. The texture, the taste, the smell, absolutely perfect. Homemade bread doesn't just taste better, it feels like home. And this one, it's the kind of bread you'll want to make again and again. And that's it. Soft, fluffy, and full of rich flavor, this cream bread is simply perfect. I hope you give it a try. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more delicious homemade baking. And if you make this bread, I'd love to hear how it turned out. Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.